Hi, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about signposting languages. First of all, let's understand what is signposting language. Basically, signposting is the words or phrases used in while speaking or writing to guide the listener or reader through the logical flow of arguments. For example, if we are writing a passage, okay, and we would want to introduce multiple ideas within those passages, we will use signposting language. For example, additionally, moreover, furthermore. It depends on the type of our argument, what kind of argument we are presenting, depend depend on those sentences we use the signposting language. In simple words, we can say it acts as a verbal map, highlighting the key points, um, conclusions to ensure the clarity and coherence in our writing or in our speaking. So, with that said, let's move the types of signposting languages. So, we have different types in here, which are really very simple. If you can just go through it once and you will be able to remember. First is time and sequence. Firstly, secondly, then, later, before, while, after, previously, finally. So here what we are doing is we are mentioning different points. We cannot mention one, two, three, four, five in the passage, right? We have to present it in very academic way. So we'll write firstly this happened, secondly this happened, and finally this happened. In conclusion, I agree that this was the scenario. So like this. Okay, let's look at one of the example. Finally, the agreement needs senior management approval before it can be approved. Okay, this is the final statement made by somebody, and to conclude that whole thing, they have written finally, which is indicating that this is the last statement that the person is gonna say. Okay. Next is cause and effect. So, example is because, as a result, therefore, since, consequently, subsequently, owing to. Okay, let's look at the example. As a result of the delay, the company's expenses were adversely affected. So, that means this is a result of something. Okay, here we are talking about the result, we are talking about a conclusion, we are talking about the end outcome. So, in that scenario, we will be using all these signposting language, or we can say signposting words or phrases. Okay. Next is adding information. Also, in addition, moreover, besides, okay, furthermore, as well as, or, nor. Let's see an example. Moreover, further research has revealed a specific need for quality assurance measures. Let me give you a simple example here. So, if we say Sam is a good boy, Sam loves playing, Sam loves watching TV. This is a very simple sentence. These are very simple sentences, and if I'm going to write in such a way, it will not make any sense. Okay, so we'll have to mix the simple and compound sentences to make the sentences more clear and coherent. Okay, so if I'm talking about Sam, I spoke one sentence that Sam loves playing. Then I'm adding additionally, he loves watching video games. Okay, this is addition to what Sam actually does. So we can use addition in additionally, in addition, moreover, besides, furthermore. Okay, all of these things. Then comes compare and contrast. In contrast, on the other hand, instead, rather. Okay. On the other hand, allowing staff to choose their own workforce processes has proved successful. Give a condition or concession. However, yet, nevertheless, despite, otherwise. What are these? So we are giving a condition. We are saying something else, but now we are also giving a condition to support our previous statement. Okay. However, promoting the product before it was complete did not prove worthwhile. Okay, it should be completed. However, promoting the product before it was completed did not prove worthwhile.